Well, thank you for your invitation. First, I would say that it is really a great success. I remember the skepticism which was generalized when we started the ECB. It was very, very deep in the US or not either than in Europe. And even in Europe, the idea that we could have a stable currency, that we could have a stable currency behaving as properly as the best national currencies before, and that we would be the second currency in the world without any challenge, if I may, the dollar remaining the dominant currency. All that would have appeared surrealistic, would have appeared a dream. And yet here we are with, after a quarter of a century, a currency which has proved resilience even in the worst crisis, say Lehman Brothers, say the subprime crisis, say the COVID crisis, and we proved resilience. We started at 12 countries, including Greece. We were welcoming during the time 8 new countries in, so we started 12 and we are 20 today, which proves not only resilience, but also dynamism, if I may, an historical project which goes on, and price stability over time, over the 25 years, was ensured as an average yearly inflation. I would say, I would not hesitate to say, better than with the national currencies in the 40 years before the euro. So, when you take a perspective of many years, you can say, yes, indeed, it is a success. But of course, a success does not mean that the job is done. You have still to cope with a lot of new challenges. And the present situation is a big challenge in the US, in all developing world, in all advanced economies, and certainly in Europe too.
Jean-Claude, can I ask you about how functional you think the ECB is these days? I mean, over the years, you think about Jens Weidmann at the Bundesbank quitting because of the ultra-easy policy. Remember when Christine Lagarde came in, taking over from Mario Draghi, there was a move to try and improve communication between some of the members and how the ECB itself communicated to the markets. What would you say about how it functions between some of the tension of the hawks and the doves and how it communicates to the market these days?
Well, first of all, I would say it's normal that in any governing council or open market committee meeting, you have difference of views. These are collegial decisions, and you have to compare notes and to compare the views of each of the members. And the decision is taken, if I'm not mistaken, in the open market committee as well as in the governing council of the ECB, by majority, simple majority for the monetary decision. So again, I of course would have preferred in my time that all members of the governing council would speak with one voice. Wim Duisenberg and myself were calling for one voice. In the very difficult time of crisis, it happened that some voices were contrarian and wanted to be seen as contrarian. I had to accept that myself. I was not happy, but I had to accept that. And it seems to me that it's only for the ECB now to behave like the Open Market Committee in the US or in other central banks, where you can you have the visibility of the position which are taken by each of the members. So I would say since the crisis of Lehman, we were more or less back to what is the normal life of a central bank, namely you have indeed those who were in accord with the majority decision and those who were not. But what is done in the ECB since Lehman Brothers crisis seems to me not to be dramatic. I mean, it's normal that you have different views. Collegial decisions are taken on the comparison between the various views inside the governing council, and I take it that all what is being done, all taken into account, even if I regretted it at the time, is done correctly, I have to say.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.